So here we are, feeding time on the farm. I said in the past, we like to bottle feed each calf. And there's several reasons that we like to do this, as opposed to feeding them out of a bucket. The bottle feeding allows the calves to produce enzymes. It's more natural. The enzymes will allow the calf to digest their food a little bit easier. We feel that the bottles are a lot easier for us to clean up. It's a lot quicker for us to clean them than having to scrub out buckets 2 times a day. The other reasons are that it allows us time to take time with each calf, make sure they're growing the way that we want them to be growing, and that they're not sick or anything, that they don't need any medical attention or any other attention. And with the bucket feeding, it increases your risk for bacteria and increase possibility of the calves getting sick as well. So those are some of the reasons that we decided to bottle feed as opposed to bucket feed. We try to do it together, at least for the morning feeding. A lot of times I'm not around for the afternoon feeding. But together it takes us about an hour to feed the calves by bottle, which isn't bad if you think about it. The majority of the time is actually mixing the bottles, which you'd have to spend mixing milk anyway. And then also we like to give them fresh water and feed at each feeding time. So we will go through all of that as well. And if we're doing it together, it probably takes about 3 hours. When the farmer's doing it himself, it takes probably closer to 5. But this is the way that we've chosen to do it for now. And it's working quite well for us. As I've shown before, we do have the calves in a hoop house. It keeps their feed dry. It keeps their bedding dry. They have lots of light in here. They are protected from the wind because the plastic is down in one side, but they have a good amount of airflow. The increased airflow will decrease disease as well. Some of you were wondering if we get a lot of sucking from the calves with this setup. We get some, mostly in the, just as they're coming to us from the dairies that we buy them from. And that usually stops pretty shortly. We do always have feed in front of them, so they will typically drink their bottle, and what we like to see is for them to go right to the feed bucket and eat the feed out of it. We don't mind sucking too much. A lot of times, especially with this setup, we'll find that they will suck the chain or a collar of another calf as opposed to the ears or anything else. So, like I said, you do get a little bit, but I would think that you would get that with just about any setup unless you have the calf hutches that are farther apart. But that's a little bit more of an expense than we can take on right now. So we're okay with the way that this is, and we're not seeing too much sucking of each of the calves. So as I said, we are getting these calves off of local dairies. We would not do this if we had to go to auction and buy the cows or the calves off of auction. We like buying them off of the local dairies because it keeps the money in the community where we're at, and it also allows us to make sure that we're getting good quality calves. We're not getting them where there's illness or anything at the auction barns, because we don't like to have to use a lot of drugs and spend the money to get them to come back around. We'd rather have a healthy calf and be able to keep it healthy than have a calf that comes to us and is sick and have to give it a lot of shots and try to get it back to health. That when they come to you sick, they're not going to start gaining weight as quickly, and it's going to take a lot more money that you need to put into them to get them to where they need to be. So this is something that the farmer has been doing for quite some time, even before we've had our own farm. He would raise calves. He started probably around the age of 10 and had his own herd that he ended up selling, and then had worked for a local cow and calf operation. So he has a lot of experience in raising calves. It's not something that we just picked up because the market was low or because we saw other people doing it. It's something that we have experience in doing, or he has an experience in doing, and something that we're comfortable with to help provide a little extra cash flow around the farm. Yeah, he's ready to eat.
That brown one almost looks like somebody that just looks a little.
Yeah, a little bit. It's brown though.
Well, he's black over here.
Does that mean I have more?
Together at the end. Thanks for pushing back over.
So you can see the difference at the end of feeding than at the beginning. It's a lot quieter for one. Are you done there, bud? Alright. And we do get a little bit of sucking, but it's not too bad. Those are our 4 Black Angus there. 91, she doesn't like the farmer too much, but she's putting up with him right now, so. So yeah, that is feeding time on the farm. We do carry our milk bottles in baskets, all color coded by when we mix. We typically will fill the green bottle first, or the green basket first, then the black, then the 2 reds. That way we know which ones need to be fed first. Feed warm water or warm milk to the calves. So that's why we have them color coded, and we use the wagons to pull them up from the house. And then we usually have a bucket of soapy water to soak the nipples in and also rinse the bottles out so they're ready to go for the next feeding. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and have a great day. Oh, and we have a kite in here too. Try and deter the birds from coming in here. But yeah, there you have it.